1. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Thank you for your patience in getting this set up. We are so ready to get into losers round 1 of Ice Climbers versus Doobie Party. As you can see, we've already gotten the map drafts out of the way, so just a little bit of a speed running tech for you. As we wait to get into character draft and character select, etc., etc., me and Cardsmith are here to yap at you about these teams. So, Cardsmith, how you doing? Take it away.
I'm doing so well. I got back from an appointment. Everything went well to there. It rained for a ton this afternoon, but then the sun's coming out. Ready to play some Mega Strikers today.
Oh yeah. That is what I am talking about, and it appears they are getting into Striker Draft. I am going to put that overlay up on your screen right now. As you can see, Game 1 is going to be on Night Market. Team Player Orb Dancer is the awakening technology that we will be living with today. And we'll have to see what these picks are coming out. The DP bans Kazan, Ice Climbers are going to be banning the Aimi and Asher pick. You like Asher, don't you, Cards?
Yeah, like Asher mainly as a pick just to stuff it all in terms of using it for offense. It's not a bad defensive pick, but I like to see a little bit more range on the map. Something like an Aimi, which was unfortunately banned, or Fenny perhaps. But probably playing comfort for game 1, and it looks like we're going to see some damage from red side here.
Oh yeah, that is damage for sure. I mean, any comp is a damage comp if you have advice on it. Am I right? Am I right? I'm so right.
Yep. Especially with Rasmus being able there as the brawler or the goalie just to confirm the kills with the hook. Really powerful tool. And we'll see how blue side responds. It looks like they're going to go to Mako. Not sure if that's going to be forward or the goalie. Traditionally, it's seen as the goalie position, but who knows? They have now to feed either of those characters forward.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Gonna be seeing that now picked up. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Sure, that's gonna be on Doxy, I bet, right? Asher on Swag Haver, and then Mako for Spartan, right? I think I'm knowing these teams correctly. And Atlas is the last pick for Ice.
Yeah, if I do recall, Swag Haver does favor the Asher a lot. And teams looking a little bit even. We'll see if red side can pick up those damage awakenings in order to confirm those KOs and take the orbs off of the characters who do it. But it's an interesting awakening selection here for particularly the goalies. Do you take the orb dancer in order to move up to midfield and make some plays, or do you take the team player, the consistent goalie awakening that I feel like every single goalie wants in order to just get a quick clear to their brawler or midfield?
Yeah, it's a good question, right? I imagine, in my world, on this map, with these picks, I think I'm going Orb Dancer, right? And I would be surprised if we don't see 6 Orb Dancers, I'll be honest. On this map, in particular, I think it's a good pick. I don't think we'll be seeing team player. Personally. I could be very wrong, and I've been known to be wrong, so...
Yeah, I think the only concern if every single player does go Orb Dancer is kind of clogs up the amount of players to orbs. I mean, 6 players are fighting for 3 orbs. So in terms of one-side domination, you really have to start killing the other team, or you have to make sure that you're crowding the orbs constantly when they spawn, which could leave you a little mispositioned relative to the speed that you're going to get. But we'll see what they decide to do. I think the natural thing is to put team player preferably on your goalie or your midfield, and then the other 2 players would take the orbs in order to sort of balance the orb composition out and make sure that you're getting the most value out of the orbs possible. So it just depends on, what players feel comfortable with. Are these midfielders comfortable with taking the team player or not? who knows? I know Brickbat will always take team player, pretty much no matter what, in order to use it with core flip, because core flip team player, core goes really fast, and it's kind of hard for the enemy goalie to react to.
Yeah, I mean, fast cores, what can you do? H check.
Fast cores score. So.
Yep, fast cores score. By the way, apologies to all the gamers who are going to be hearing my chair creaking, my keyboard typing when I forget to mute my mic. I do not have Discord, what's it called? Noise filter cancellation on, because this is just picking up my raw mic. So you're just going to have to deal with that. Have fun, thumbs up. I believe all of our players are getting ready, though. They are all in the lobby. I think they're all on their correct spots. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if they. The only person in the lobby who has yet to ready up is Tiger Slasher, but they are asking for an R in the chat. We'll see if this game will proceed anytime soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, interesting to see how this game one goes. You know, Ice Climbers with their unfortunate exit early in the upper bracket. Maybe didn't want the performance that they showed against the Fool's Wand, who showed that they were a pretty powerful team. Almost taking down Misfire Dynasty, taking that series to 3 games, and almost winning outright. Mm-hmm. And in terms of Dubu Party, you know, they almost closed it out against Corpse Control. Maybe Corpse Control was having a little bit too much fun with the Zentaro goalie. But regardless, they need to figure out any consistency here. And it looks like we're almost queued into the match here.
Yeah, you know, we've got that in queue thing pop up at the top of the screen as we get into this first game on Night Market. I am so ready for this. We get into loot. Oh, shoot. One sec. Ignore what it says up top. Those aren't the real scores of the series. Just chill. Have some patience for a bit. I'll fix it. I got you.
I think one other thing I'm interested in is the gear that Spartan takes. Spartan pretty much takes every single type of gear on Mako other than the momentum boots. Whether that's actually correct or not is up to interpretation. Hopefully he just goes a normal gear that is not Pauldron's. Unless he's really scared of the damage output that Vice and Rasmus can bring out.
And it's not that one either. Okay, one sec. We're gonna go into in-game. We're in-game.
Looks like Spartan did go with the strike shot, and it looks like actually 2 people on Dubu Party ended up going team player, Doxy and Spartan. And in terms of the other side, Ice Climbers, looks like only Jack Limestone went team player, the midfielder. So interesting choice of Awakenings here as the first point goes, and it looks like Ice Climbers really dominating the opening set here.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, already open barriers there for them as we get into this first point. You know, really hoping they can capitalize on this. Doxy already taken dangerously low, but a great save from Spartan is going to get it out. As Doxy is taken out by Lola Mouse, Swaghaver, though, is going to be taking both barriers from Tiger Slasher. In return for Doxy's life, we'll see how this goes. Lola Mal trying to find something with that secondary from Rasmus. Not going to find it. Spartan, though, uses that Mako secondary, did the best of his ability to keep it away, and it is kept away expertly now as Doxy is back on the screen. Lola Mal will be taken out from Spartan with that strike shot with that Mako primary. Beautiful stuff. It's now Jack Limestone and Tiger Slasher are on the defensive, on the power play. Doxy is going to try and find something with a very strong strike there. Lola Mal is back on the field, but Spartan just misreads the situation a little bit.
I mean, already you can tell that it's pretty intense for the first point. Went into overtime immediately. We had almost 2 KOs, one on both sides, and it was just tense back and forth. Really good strike shots from Tiger Slasher. We're able to keep the core in control as Dubu Party gets started with the offense in the next point.
Yeah, you know, already a KO coming out here on Ice Climbers, but in return, they do take out Swaghaver. Now it is a 2v2, no power play to be had here, even match, but one character will respond sooner, and that is Tiger Slasher, who is back on the field now. for a little bit of a 3-second power play, but not much is done. Just resetting back into neutral here. Now Tiger Slasher is going to fend off the attack, but straight through Jack Limestone, who was just in the middle of the primary animation.
Yeah, I think Jack Limestone misread the situation a little bit. I think they were trying to get out the Chain Lightning in order to stop the pass, but not realizing Doxy had the core flip there. Interesting enough, there's only 2 orbs picked up on both sides in terms of the Orb Dancer stacking. So the key contributors for Orb Dancer just dying a ton throughout this match.
Yeah, I mean, it is incredible how these orbs have been contended for, and the KO is making them just essentially just disappear, fade into the ether. We'll see. As a KO is taken out. And, well, fortunately, Jack Limestone is not one of the holders of the orbs. There will be no dancing or pondering. Well, perhaps pondering for Jack, but now both barriers are down for Ice Climbers, and we are going to be flipping the screen real quick because it will match up better with what I got going on the stream. Now, sorry for that, as we get into this offense from Swag, Haver, and Doxy trying to find a way through Tiger Slasher, Jack Limestone, and Lola Mao. They do manage to clear it out, and a great hook coming out from Lola Mao is going to secure the barrier, and a great ult channel from Jack Limestone is going to send it in.
Yeah, the ult plus the overtime core speed, really just shoving the core right through Mako. Spartan wasn't really prepared for it. Looks like energy advantage is on Dude Party's side though, so hopefully they can elongate this point a little bit and do the flip too. As I say that though, Lola Mao just kills Doxy straight up as this point continues on.
Yeah, you know, Spartan does have that core flip. Swag Haver does burn theirs in this power play situation, but Doxy is back on the field now. Lola Mao does get a hook, but just misses the angle, unfortunately, and we are reset now as Doxy does manage to find the barrier up there from Ice Climbers. They are trying to find their way now, pushing and shoving this core, but it is going to be cleared out. Back into midfield now. Jack Limestone able to receive the clear from Spartan, but does manage to find the barrier with the help of Lola Mao. It's now open barrier on the side of Dubu Party.
Yeah, Swaghaver trying to go for another kill on Jack Limestone there. Looks like the team player is really starting to come in effect for Dubu Party, just constantly making the core red and really fast for the opponents, but having a hard time trying to get the second barrier. Tiger Slasher really doing a good job defending here as Spartan tries to make the offense goes. Lola Mao trying to get the mix-up, unfortunately not quite there, but Swaghaver does get there with the path splitter.
Very nice.
I think it's the breakthrough.
One of those Asher abilities that does things. Well played from Swaghaver. You know, just a bit of a thing of maestro on the character. You're very comfortable. But, you know, Lola Mao also very comfortable on that Rasmus, so you see it was very evenly matched here on comfort picks. But wow.
Yeah, it looked like a very unfortunate flip there for Doxy. I don't really know what hit it. I think it was the Asher ult that hit it out of the range that Doxy had. And Dude Party having a little bit better time. 2 flips up, uses 1 to kill there. Ultimate not quite there for Tiger Slasher. Lola Mao trying to get Orb Dancer in order to quickly get to the core. Spartan will have to expend a flip here. Will Tiger Slasher have to do the same? It looks like Lola Mao decides to extend his flip in order for more defensive prowess. And looking a little bit more neutral, but Dude Party trying to push up for this last barrier. Doxy's got to be careful here. She's going to probably die. Yep, Vice Ult will confirm that. And they get a barrier in return, Ice Climbers. And Mako secondary, not enough in order to stop the core. As team player now will go back and forth from Jack Limestone, Tiger Slasher, and Lola Mao. Tries to hit it in, and eventually does with just 1 strike.
Yeah, you know, the strike war sometimes is what will seal your fate here as we get into this first set win for Ice Climbers. Good for them as we get into this draft. There is Orb Ponderer on the board.
Is. It's double Orb stack. However, perfect form on the other side. Big Fish Rampage. I think a lot of heavy hitty awakenings here. Seems like everyone's going to get something good, and it's just too much to deny. It's like prime time for the Vice, opting for more core control. Glass Cannon for the Now, trying to get more speed consistently. Aerials for the Mako in order to get more range, in order to get more speed. Atlas ends up getting the perfect form last. It's perfect form weak, guys. He's just gonna have a lot of cooldowns there. I'm not quite sure what happened in that draft, but somehow Tiger Slasher ended up getting a ton of cooldown reduction.
Hey, and you know, good for them. We love cooldowns on the goalie. You know, it is infamously easy to score on an Atlas who has infinite cooldowns. But, you know, who else is going to have a lot of cooldowns is Lolamau with those orbs. Now, double stacked, but is taking a lot of damage. This could be a good turning point for Dubu Party to take them out and get rid of his stacks. Now, but the Atlas ulti does come out. Those dreams may be crushed for now, but there's always a chance. An orb is picked up. Swaghaver almost trying to find, does find an amazing angle to find the score. So Dubu Party takes the first one in this set.
I don't think they were prepared for that mix-up. They tried to pass it on down, but it was awkward. Doxy was just right there waiting for them, so they had to pass it up through the middle again, and Swaghaver just caught the core and shoved it in.
Yeah, I mean, well played from Swaghaver. You know, sometimes you just find those needle point strikes and you make it work. So now one barrier is already down for Ice Climbers. Now Swaghaver and Doxy posturing with a core flip with the ultimate, but there are also 2 core flips on the side of Ice Climbers. So, you know, there's a lot of flip economy going on now. As one is burned, Jack Limestone is going to use his, is blocked away by Spartan, who is going to use their flip to send it up to Doxy, who does use her flip to try and find something. Not going to find anything yet, unfortunately. A little bit of miscommunication there between the players. The barrier does go down. Lolamau in perfect position to receive. That's clear, and now Swaghaver and Doxy on the offensive once again. The Spartan wide strike shot is going to be a little bit rough. Flip is burned from Tiger Slasher now, rotating the core all around, and Tiger Slasher just unfortunately out of position a little bit. Trying to figure out what to do. Swaghaver is fast enough to find the scores. Now, Dubu Party is 2 points ahead now.
Yeah, really close contention from both goalies. It feels like whatever goalie just fails to read the play first just ends up losing the point. That being said, just realized something in my head. Celestial Intervention and Perfect Form is picked up for Atlas, so that interaction will be going in for Ice Climbers. Every time the Atlas ult takes on someone, it gets a cooldown reduction applied to all of his abilities, and I believe that's intended how it's supposed to work, because Monumentalist does work with Atlas ult as well. But I digress, as Ice Climbers looks like they're kind of losing the point here. Seems like they had a very close first set, but it's all Dubu Party here, as Doxy trying not to get KO'd again. Swaghaver keeping control of the core. Doxy now using the primary in order to get something going, but looks like the core is just kind of going back and forth between the same area, as Spartan will finally send it down, and Tiger Slasher will try to keep the core on their side as long as possible, trying not to let Swaghaver make any advances here as we hit overtime. It looks like Swaghaver tries to dump everything in order to try to make it in, doesn't quite get it, tries to mix it up against Jack Limestone, doesn't get it again. Doxy not there for the strike. Ooh, is she gonna die here? It's looking really close.
Oh, wow.
But looks like Doxy into Swaghaver will score the goal and make it set point for Dubu Party.
Yeah, you know, it's really just that war of attrition between the unmovable object of Tiger Slasher's cooldowns or the, you know, heavenly penetration of the Asher, who can just shove it through all of those cooldowns. So it's really just a back and forth between the two of them. As Swaghaver is going to pick up those quick strikes, make their advances just that much stronger. Twin Drive, though, on the Perfect Form Atlas. Those are going to be some juicy cooldowns. But Catalyst does fall to the now. Unstoppable on Rasmus. You know, not bad picks by any means. Spartan is going to get the pancakes, and Jack Limestone is going to find Stinger on the Vice, which is probably a very, very good pick for them. So hopefully they can get some more damage down, take out these players, and make their comeback. Well, it's all tied up. No comeback needed.
Yeah, but looks like Ice Climber's trying to capitalize on that Stinger pick. I think Tiger Slasher was in a really awkward position there. One, the Catalyst, but at the same time, he has a lot of cooldown reduction, so taking the Twin Drive in order to just stop the advances of Swaghaver, it's what he opts to do. Lolamau missing out on the KO on Doxy with Flip. So Intervention will come out in order to get more cooldown reduction and healing on Jack Limestone. Tiger Slasher, really good clear up not falling into Swaghaver's primary, as Twin Drive there will allow the Cosmic Expanse in order to stop the core there. And looks like Spartan doesn't really have to do any work here, because Swaghaver and Doxy just keep the core on the other side. As I say that, though, Jack Limestone trying to make an advance here. Swaghaver has to expend the core flip in order to get it out as we reach into overtime. Spartan trying to use the secondary in order to hit it out. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get there. Lola Mao, good patience, hits it up and scores for Ice Climbers.
Yeah, good little strike there. Good instincts from Lola Mao to just stay in the play, just patiently wait out what that Mako is going to try to do with the secondary. And just good understanding of the character matchup for sure. And so now we get into this next point. Barrier already down for Doobie Party. This push from Ice Climbers is not over yet. Jack Limestone is going to use the flip. Great angle to find the open barrier, or the open goal box now for Doobie Party. Now the offensive turn is for Doobie Party. If they take one barrier, might try to find a second here, but Swaghaver is taking
getting low.
Dangerously low. Spartan does have a flip for this interaction, does send it straight away out. Doxy and Swaghaver now going to try and find their offensive push here now with the pressure that they've been given. Jack Limestone and Tiger Slasher, though, are keeping them off this barrier so far. The Atlas ulti does go down. Those cooldowns, as you were mentioning, will be stacking up, and just some funky bounces is going to give that Vice ulti the perfect angle to score.
Yeah, it was so awkward. Yeah, it was so awkward for Swaghaver there. He was dying because of the Vice ult, but at the same time, the Vice ult was being used in order to really channel that core into the corner. Yeah, and Ice Climbers trying to flip the script of set 2, trying to get 3-0 here in order to hopefully close out the set after this. Ooh, Lola Mao gets the orb in order to get moving with the cooldowns. Ooh, missed the core flip though. Very unfortunate there. Looks like Jack Limestone and Lola Mao are trying to get the core forward. Doxy dying in the process. It's just Stinger keeps getting applied to her, and she doesn't have enough healing in order to consistently keep her health bar above 50%, but it feels like she's just doing the bare minimum in order to get past.
Yeah, you know, fortunately, she is on this now character, so there is some healing. Could you imagine midfielder without all of this healing into this comp? No, it'd be doomed. But Doxy does manage to find that core flip with the barrier with the core flip there. You know, and pretty sure she picked up Catalyst, right? Yeah, she's got the Catalyst. Yeah. So that is, she wants to be doing that. That is good value. And I'm getting hit and taking damage. That is just good for that Catalyst. But now Spartan and Lola Mao are going to be duking out in this goal box. Jack Limestone with the receive is going to find the score here as they take a 3-0 set here, taking them to set number 3 with the 1-set lead.
Yeah, they had their eye on the prize, had a potential to reset the orbs on Swaghaver, but decided instead to just score the goal. And it looks like Vice is first, and Heavy Impact and Hotshot are up. I think anything that she picks here, really, out of the really good options are good. And yeah, there's the Heavy Impact. Now, there's a couple of options. Decides to go with the Rapid Fire in order to kind of deny the Atlas. She also has Prime Time, so more primaries will be coming out as Atlas gets even more cooldown reduction here. Asher going with the stagger scaling as Rasmus goes for this size scaling, and Spartan looking to get that missile propulsion in order to do a little bit more damage, get a little bit more range. Another really important thing about Reptile going to Swaghaver is I feel like Swaghaver was getting staggered a ton. And now with that Reptile remedy, they potentially have an out in order to not be staggered as much and probably be in the play more. But it looks like barriers are traded on both sides as this point gets started. Doxy falls down, and Swaghaver trying to score a goal instantly.
Yeah, you know, Doxy being taken down, Swaghaver does get that barrier. Now the power play, though, they do lose their other barrier. It's open nets on either side. Now Doxy is back on the field. Maybe she will be able to find something, but Lola Mao with a great little combo there. Hooks it up, sends it in with secondary, Strike Wars, does it all.
Yeah, it just feels like sometimes Swaghaver maybe isn't in the plays defensively, and Doxy and Spartan trying to use every cooldown to get it out there, but it's not good enough. Swaghaver tries to go for a kill, doesn't really connect the abilities properly, and social intervention is used anyways. Tiger Slasher trying to get the core out. Swaghaver trying to keep pressure up with core flip. As Doxy again failing to live here. She's still staggered, by the way. Finally getting out of there with her secondary. Swaghaver now putting pressure on with the core flip, but Ice has 2 core flips for themselves. And team player now will activate with Doxy as core just kind of goes around the world.
And the score is going fast as we've gotten more awakenings. The team player cores are going to go a bit faster, even without the benefit of overtime. And Swaghaver is going to try and use that flip to find something. Doxy going to use her flip, almost finds something, but it is slapped away by Tiger Slasher and Jack Limestone on that double goalie duty. Now the offensive push is starting up again, and Doxy, unfortunately, is going to be taken out from that Vice channel now, as Wolamau is just going to find a way to strike it in.
Yeah, I think if even Spartan got there, they were getting hit by the pendulum swing anyways, because I think they were striking and not evading before striking. That being said, Ice Climbers can finish it all here.
Yeah, this could just be a set and match game point for Ice Climbers. But Swaghaver is not ready to give up yet. Takes that first barrier. Doxy is going to be posturing to try and help out, apply pressure up top, but is taken dangerously low. Catalyst is going to provide her with enough energy to try and fight on a bit longer. Is almost pushed to the brink of death by the Vice secondary, and is just being tossed around, and Lolamau is going to finish her off with the Rasmus secondary, but does use the flip there out of turn. But Tiger Slasher with an amazing strike shot is going to keep this barrier up for a little bit longer on this power play, as the barrier does go down for Dubu Party. It is an open net now on potentially game point. Doxy and Swaghaver, though, are not ready to throw in the towel yet. Spartan does have that core flip to try and make something happen. Doxy and Swaghaver now do have an offensive push. They are both on the same side, but the core is just floating there. Grid evade from Doxy. Not enough, though, as Lolamau is going to find the setup for the pendulum swing to get it through Spartan. Ice takes the first game.
Yeah, there it is. And I think, unfortunately, Swaghaver had like a moment where Rasmus was kind of close to the edge. If they had cooldowns, I think that Rasmus was dead, and it could have completely changed the entire match. He had both orbs fully stacked, ready to go, and it's just not how the match went, unfortunately. Lolamau finally finding the strike into pendulum swing true combo that we all dream about in order to end that last match point.
Yeah, absolutely. Well played from, Ice Climbers to close it out there. They did the best with their abilities, and, they managed to find the win here on game 1. And so we'll have to see how Dubu Party decides to respond for game 2.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Climbers coming in, doing what they wanted to do, flip the script here, and make sure that they're the ones that come out on the lead. They don't get blown out 2 games in a row. And this was a really good game to show it. They didn't really play full damage, but they played just enough to kill Doxy a couple of times. And as a result, they were able to capitalize on those power plays in order to get barriers or get more defensively standardized.
Yeah, absolutely. As we find out, maybe there will be some mid-game adjustments, mid-series adjustments coming out from Dubu Party. We'll have to see.
And game 2 looks like we're on Atlas Lab. Another potential damage fest, and it was Dubu Party's pick. So we'll see how they're going to try to turn this around. Do they go with a more core control-y comp again, or are they just going to go the full damage this time in order to bring some of that momentum back? Game 2, if you get damaged a lot and you die a lot, it could be really demoralizing going into game 3 if you lose. So we'll have to see what they'll do for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, close battle though. Felt like some points could have really went either way with both of those barriers down. 1 or 2 strikes or mix-ups, Swaghaver ends up getting a goal or 2 that can completely turn the game around, or the other way around. Lolamau ended up winning because of it.
Yeah, Lolamau was a bit of a demon on that Rasmus. I was having the double orbs and then not being able to, find any kill confirms on that guy. It's really going to put you at a deficit over time, you know, just collecting all of those cooldown orbs as they come. They can really be the difference maker.
Yeah, especially on a character like Rasmus, who he's pretty much known as the character that does incremental bursts of damage. And I think having that extra cooldown or two meant he had that extra Death Touch or Pendulum Sling in order to really confirm the damage that Vice was doing.
I wish I knew what you said. I'm so sorry. I was looking at chats all across the many screens I've got going on here, but I'm sure whatever you said was very poignant and perfectly describing whatever it was you were trying to describe. So,
oh yeah,
well said from you, Cardsmith. Well said. Do you mind getting some draft links set up?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like the thing I'm perfect at doing and have totally never messed up ever.
No TO has ever messed up their draft links ever.
Oh yeah. All right, let me get this going here.
Oh wait, we have to ask. Wait, how does Nasty do it? Do they?
I think it's just the same thing.
Same? Okay. Yeah, you have to ask him.
Other team, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's asked. Oh,
and some a news break for all of you. This is the hot scoop. J-Box Card Box is being subbed in for Dubu Party. So, you know, pay attention to any sort of effects that might take with this this next game. You know, other stuff to think about. Entirely new person with character pools. We'll see. Jeff
yeah, I think they're just trying to reset the game state here. You know, they lost pretty bad with the core control comp to a comp that just dealt damage and controlled the core more. So they might be swapping in Cardbox in order to just deal more damage on this map. They did pick this map up in their pick ban, and yeah, we'll have to see what adjustments they'll make.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Give me a second here.
All right. Give me my streamer link.
Yep. Giving that to you.
Thank you.
Got some interesting awakenings here.
Oh, do we? Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Guys. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Good. My goat. Ice on blue, right? Yeah.
Huh?
Ice is on blue.
Yeah, ice on blue. Yep.
Whoa. I'm not kidding.
Yeah. Would I ever lie?
You've never lied to me before.
I have never lied to you before.
Here, let me let's let the viewers check this out. Look at that. On Atlas Lab, we've got explosive impact and pancakes. Incredible.
Yeah, so I guess this is really your choice. Do you want to go more damage or do you want to go more core control? Stacks on stacks, if you can get stacked up relatively quickly, just allows you to run all over the place, especially on a map when the black hole is down. Pretty open for passing plays. But on the other side, explosive entrance, really good for those damage characters, especially stuff like Vice and Centauro, who just get a ton of extra range through their dashes and damage through their impact abilities.
Yeah, absolutely. Cards, I have some bad news for you.
I'm watching.
There appears to have been some technical difficulties in our match thread. We are trying to figure that out as we speak. But that gives us some time to just reflect on how we've been feeling today. How have you been today, Cards?
I mean, my sleep schedule is absolutely ruined.
Oh yeah, you woke up at 7 p.m. yesterday.
Oh yeah. No, I slept at 7 p.m. Woke up at 2 a.m.
That's right.
And I can't remember if I took a nap or not. I think I did. But I'm not exactly 100% sure, so I may just be up for like 18 hours. Or, excuse me, that would be, around like 17, 18 hours. Looks like they're getting started with the draft.
Okay, so they didn't do it wrong after all?
I
Well, there you go.
don't
Look,
know.
Look,
Well, if Juliet gets
your
banned,
special
maybe.
eyes. Oh yeah, you're right. Juliet gets banned. But it's probably... actually, I'm pretty sure it defaults to no ban on the website. No?
Oh, they banned Vice.
Okay. It looks like it's working. Good. I'm glad to hear that. That warms my heart to its fullest. Oh, I assure you, you are not getting pranked.
All right.
That is so...
Awesome.
You asked 2 questions and you get a singular yes back. I love that.
Yep.
That is awesome.
I mean, average state of the game. Looks like Ice Climb is on blue side, right? So Jack Climstone getting the Estelle here. His signature character on a really good start here. I mean, either one I think he'll be happy about. Explosive Entrance, meaning that he can do a little bit more burst and get a little bit more distance, or he just wants the consistent speed. Estelle did get her speed nerfed, so maybe he'll lean toward the Explosive Entrance here. As on the other side, looks like they're gonna take the Rasmus away from Lola Mile XD and pick up the Asher this game. We'll see if Spartan's going to be on the Rasmus or the Asher this game. I think Asher might be a little bit harder for a Spartan, so they might just put him on the Rasmus for this game as
Kazan. Secondary update on the roster. It is not Spartan, it's Bertram today. We've got Bertram in the box.
Bertram's back in the box?
Bertram's on the box. If I'm reading correctly, Bertram is
going
to be tending
okay.
today.
Well, and we see an Octavia picked up on top of all of that. Kind of a interesting draft on both sides. I think it's pretty even given the start. Octavia really good with particularly any draft awakening where you're increasing your movement speed or dash speed. See what training they want to take. Both are quite good on her, but they might just take the more consistent one here.
I will say, I'm a midfielder. I've played against Lola Mouse Kazan. I'm scared for card box here.
Yeah,
this is definitely a card box pick, the Octavia. So I'm scared. I'll say it. If I am, that is a brave pick, I think. But we'll see. We'll see how they feel going in.
I don't even think it's just that. They also got the Estelle as well. So as far as I'm aware, as long as they like to pick Atlas like semi-consistently, they're pretty much all on comfort, right, for game 2, which is probably not what you want for Dubu Party.
Yeah, no, like it might be an uphill battle, but we'll see. Maybe they just execute expertly. Maybe it will not matter. We'll see how it goes, right?
Yeah. That's kind
As
of
we
excited
are,
to see what's going to happen here, because it could go a lot of different ways again. Just like both these teams were particularly close on some of the points last game. Maybe the Octavia does start to make the difference, or will the Octavia perpetually die to Estelle Burst and Kazan damage? We'll have to see.
Well, we'll see, you know. Things could happen, things could get explosive on those stacks, you know? Stack kills, all that good stuff. I believe we are just about ready to get going here.
Yeah, I think just waiting on Tiger Slasher here in order to see if he's ready up or not. I mean, what do you think, Psykeen? Do you think this is a pretty... I think you said it well yourself, though. I'm pretty scared if I'm Dubu Party and I'm not prepared for the Kazan Estelle. But I think they have their own opportunities, depending on where the Rasmus and Asher go, in order to find a win here.
Yeah, we'll have to see. To get into this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, if I'm Cardbox, I'm scared, right? That is just so brave to last pick Octavia into Estelle Kazan. So, let's see if that really matters. Whoa. What is going on?
What is going on your stream?
That's crazy. Did I accidentally press a button? What did I do? That's crazy.
I guess we're seeing the other team's draft.
Wait, we fixed it. It's solved. Let's go.
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, hey.
Does look like it's gonna be Bertram on that Asher. So, I wonder why Awakening he'll go. If he's gonna go the strike shot in order to really improve his range, or if he's just gonna go something like Mom Boots in order to get consistent movement speed. It looks like he will go the strike shot as we head into this second game.
Yeah, strike shot across the board, and it is a Denny's today as we have pancakes everywhere. Whatever, you know what I mean. As we get into this game, Swaghammer now looking to find something on that. Rasmus not going to find it. Bertram is going to lose their first barrier. Jack Limestone with a little bit of a missed strike is going to lead to their barrier being taken. It's a 1-to-1 barriers for either side now as Lolamau is posturing to try and find this other one. Cardbox is going to help in the midfield, interfering with their plans, but a great primary out of Jack Limestone is going to find the open goal for Dubu Party now as Swaghammer and Cardbox do push on this last barrier, opening up the goal. The Octavia ult is popped, but great strike. Patience from Tiger Slasher is going to dig it out in the darkest of moments. Now Jack Limestone is posturing with that primary to find something. Lolamau is going to hook, but strikes are good. Now,
I mean, what a great sequence there defensively by Dubu Party. Really close point there. I think if they don't layer those strikes exactly how they did, it was going to be ending up a goal as...
Wow.
Looks like Swaghammer just finds the open net.
Yeah, you know, that is how you can take advantage of the Atlas, right? Especially one that's not taking anything like momentum boots or anything like that, and who you've watched use their strike shot already. You pop it up in that corner, and if they don't have the tools to deal with it, it's donezo. You know, as now Jack Limestone is thankfully revived by a well-placed ultimate out of Tiger Slasher, but Cardbox is going to find the core flip there and sink it into that corner.
Yeah, looking like Cardbox, the fix is in with the Octavia. Seems like they're just able to get to the core faster and defend better somehow. I don't know if it's a combination of Cardbox and Bertram, or it's just Cardbox here. But looks like they're just able to find the barriers more and just provide more offensive power here.
Yeah, you know, I guess Cardbox has plenty of experience on this pick, knows how to stay alive, knows when to go in, how to survive, so it's it's working out for them so far, as though both barriers are open now on the side of Dubu Party. Now trying to find the last barrier here, trying to find something. Not going to be found here, but a good strike out of Bertram is going to save it from the Estelle primary. Now Jack Limestone is looking kind of unhealthy, might just grab an orb, get some HP back, looking good, but good secondary from Swaghammer is going to take the last barrier now. Core flip out from both, great angle down to the bottom is going to send the goal in.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the movement speed or just the character, but it looks like they're just way more comfortable on this start. Maybe it's the map as well. Everyone's just feasting on those pancakes, and it seems like everyone's just getting to the core, and Dubu Party are just winning all these interactions once in a row. Saying that, we'll go in the draft. Octavia taking the unstop, trying to just get less damage dealt to them. Rampage will be picked up from the Estelle. Rasmus will wait to pick as Atlas goes to team player. Decides on perfect form because I will get 1-2 punch, and Asher will get Monumentalist here.
Yeah, what a draft from these teams.
Yeah. I think both sides got some pretty powerful awakenings there, especially I'm looking at that 1-2 Kazan. Now you might be dealing a lot more damage this set, and the core might be going a lot faster in overtime. Something to look forward to as this set progresses.
Yeah, you know, as barriers go down for either side now, one left for both. Lolamau now going to try and strike it out of card box, find something through Bertram, though Swaghaver is now able to get the receive. Jack Limestone is going to take that Death's Touch, and Swaghaver is just going to find that angle up there. Once again, very well favored by Swaghaver.
Yeah, I think Tiger Slasher was just too focused on trying to keep Lolamau alive, and maybe didn't even realize that they had core flip at the end there in order to snag it out. That being said, though, really good point. Really tried to use that Atlas secondary in order to defend that last barrier. Unfortunately, couldn't get the right clear angle here. Lolamau looks like they're going to die again here.
Yeah, you know, getting low. Does get that orb, though. You know, Kazan doesn't have the greatest stagger, especially at the lower levels. You know, tied for the least amount of stagger at level 1. Does have better scaling than the worst stagger scaling character in the game, but still, that is a low number that Lolamau is dealing with, as some of his HP does get chunked out from that dead Rasmus. Who, now the power play is going, and wow, that was incredible to watch. I do not know what my eyes saw, but it was something indeed. Now this power play is over as Swaghaver does return to the field. Lolamau fighting for their life against Bertram's Asher ultimate. Pass up to Jack Limestone is going to find the clear out. Now Swaghaver is going to try and find something. Not going to make much progress there as it is back on their side of the field. Cardbox is going to strike down, but a great hook from Lolamau is going to send it right through Bertram, who is not ready for that core speed in overtime.
Yeah, 1-2 punch. Need to have that primary out sooner. Funny enough, though, Rasmus had to take a break at the buffet and reset his pancakes here. We'll see if that affects the rest of the set here, as Barrier immediately goes down for Ice Climber. Second one getting pressured as well. Octavia will expend some cooldowns. Fortunately, doesn't quite get there as Bertram tries to receive the core and push through another offense.
Yeah, you know, barrier goes down for the side of Ice Climbers now as they're trying to find this next one. Swaghaver is looking for something with Cardbox now in the fray. Does find that barrier, and it is an open goal now for Ice Climbers. Jack Limestone is going to pop that flip, try and find something in an amazing sequence of events. Gets it right back up to him. Although now one barrier does go down for Dubu Party. However, Cardbox is in the mix. Does take out Cardbox with the flip ultimate combo out of Octavia. Now this Octavia is trying to fly and find something. Interrupts Lolamau's dribble. Cardbox is all across the field, is being an amazing presence here as Bertram does get the core back up to Swaghaver. Jack Limestone now is back off of that power play. They are going to be hunting now, trying to find this last barrier. Trying to open up the barriers. Jack Limestone now trying to find it to Lolamau, but Bertram is going to get it out. Flip still on Lolamau. What a threat, as Cardbox now is going to manage to find a way to get it through. Tiger Slasher does have to burn that flip, but Swaghaver does have a flip of their own.
Ooh.
I'm not sure how that barrier got taken. Maybe a great strike out of... Wow, that guy is
Ooh.
dead.
I think it was actually the Octavia ult that took the barrier there.
Okay, that's what I
Couldn't
thought, yeah.
quite get it through, and even though they get the kill on the Atlas, Lolamao 1-2 punch, just finding these goals. It feels like he's having a lot easier time just trying to using the stacks on stack speed and the 1-2 punch in order to really get the angles that Bertram can't cover.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's just a little bit too much to deal with. You know, Estelle Kazan is just a power dynamic of a forward duo. It's now Swaghaver and Cardbox are going to try and find a goal here on the open goal of Ice Climbers. Now Bertram using their abilities to try and continue to keep pressure, but a great Crystal's Thorns coming out from Jack Limestone is going to keep the angle safe from Swaghaver's amazing strikes. Tiger Slasher does use the primary to keep it out. Lolamao is being taken dangerously low, standing in that Atlas ultimate to try and restore some HP, but is out of evade, so, you know, they are probably just going to be chipped away as this point goes on. However, Cardbox, thinking they could get a cheeky bit of damage on Lolamao as he steps out of the black hole, gets taken out themselves from that play, and now it's a power play for the side of Ice Climbers. Now they will have to find their way through Bertram, though, who has been a juggernaut, but they do find it with a great angle off of Lolamao, and now it is open goals on either side with a flip advantage on the side of Ice Climbers. Flip comes out from Jack Limestone, but I think Lolamao actually did assist in that clear there. Flip does come out from Tiger Slasher off of the back pass from Jack Limestone, as now Swaghaver is trying to find a way in. Lolamao taken out of position from the Rasmus ultimate. Bertram serving it back up to Cardbox as Lolamao is taken off the field, and Cardbox is going to be ready to receive that clear from Tiger Slasher.
Everyone taking a break from eating pancakes there. I think the first time Cardbox was trying to use Unstoppable in order to get the extra damage, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. But second time does get the Kazan there. Now both her and Kazan have reset stacks, and looks like they're trying to do another very quick offense with the Octavia ult and core flip. Doesn't really make it through though, and Tiger Slasher will end up trying to get this cleared out. Really great Atlas primary into strike here, as offense will continue on as Kazan tries to get to the second barrier. Estelle will now dribble it back with Kazan. Fortunately, not quite to get the core flip there. Swaghaver. And it looks like we'll just stall out to a neutral state here.
Yeah, you know, just the little shimmies of saying, hey, I'm not going to do anything with this core. You know, you have to come up here and do something about it. Though the offensive does begin again in earnest. Swaghaver and Cardbox posturing to take this last barrier on the side of Ice Climbers now. Swaghaver taken incredibly low, is just going to be bumped around by every ability that the Ice Climbers can throw at them. Cardbox, though, is going to find that barrier, is going to open up that goal. Now Swaghaver has gotten that goalie orb and is re-upped on their health. Grabs another one for good measure, but the Atlas primary is going to keep the scoring attempt at bay for now. Tiger Slasher is also holding on to that flip. This is good position to be in, though. If you are Dubu Party, you have your flips, you have all of your abilities, and you have a power play. What an incredible Octavia ultimate coming out from Cardbox now, as Swaghaver does send it back through it. Based on the secondary, Cardbox now is almost having flipped. Lolamao is back, as they are trying to find a way to make this Atlas use their flip.
Yeah, I mean, looks like an opportunity. They will capitalize that finally. But little opportunity there with that Octavia. I think Lolamao was just a really awkward state, but Octavia too fast, too furious. Gets to the core, just hits it right on in. As we look in this draft, more heavy hitters, aerials here, and explosive entrance. It wasn't taken in the beginning, so that's why it's showing up now. So any character can choose to take it if they wish. Heavy impact on the board, rapid fire, pretty consistent here. See what the rest decide. It looks like we're waiting, and Asher will end up getting that stagger. Lolamao, interesting enough, not opting into stagger, opting into more damage with the heavy impact here.
Yeah, you know, this is a great draft for the side of Dubu Party, but hopefully this Lola Mao with the 1-2 punch heavy impact will be able to make some damage difference on this team with the squishy Octavia, but we'll see as we get into this next point. One barrier down for either side already, as Lola Mao is going to be trying to set up something with some dribbles. Not going to find it. Center is broken by some strikes as Jack Limestone and Lola Mao do manage to find that last barrier. Crystal Thorns comes out in a great open primary from Lola Mao to secure the goal and the goalie.
I mean, that's the Jack Limestone Lola Mao combo that I want to see. It looked like Jack Limestone just handled the core and guided it toward Lola Mao's umbrella in order to confirm that kill and confirm the score. That being said, though, Octavia hit for a lot of damage with that black hole as Rasmus gets it by that primary. And they get double barrier, though, and it looks like they're trying to score right now. And they will.
Goodness. I mean, talk about option coverage, Cardsmith. That was incredible.
Yeah, it just looks like they just won every single interaction there and try to get the momentum back, saying that, yeah, you got the goal pretty consistently, but we keep getting every single barrier down, and Octavia keeps moving with those stacks with stack.
Yeah, no, this is what you want to see if you're Dubu Party. You want to be able to have this kind of control. You want to be able to use your characters to the best of their abilities right now, as Lola Mao and Jack Limestone, though, are going to be put on the offensive here, but Cardbox is just going to once again use that tried and true combo of Octavia ultimate into flip into death to take out Lola Mao on this power play now. Iron Slasher is forced to use the flip, does just pause and wait, regain their breath, wait for Lola Mao to come back, but Swaghammer is already back in it and finds a beautiful shot to score the goal.
Excellent patience there. Unfortunately, Celestial Intervention not early enough in order to save Lola Mao. I think he was trying to get the core flip as well as the Resurrection. A little bit greedy play there. I think he was going to get it regardless of whether he ulted early or not. That being said, though, no 2-barrier insta-down for Dubu Party this time. So, looks like Ice Climbers may have a chance in order to score this next point. Probably take it into a set 5. As I say that, though, of course, they get 2 barriers, cast a curse, and win the game.
And the game. Yeah, that is game number 2 going over the side of Dubu Party. In a very, stunningly efficient manner.
Yeah, it just felt like, I don't know if it was the movement speed. I don't know if it was just new people sliding in. They just felt a lot more consistent that match. It was their map that they picked, so maybe this was the plan all along. But really good plays coming out from Dubu Party in order to wrestle control back of the series.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it looks like we've got a heater on our hands here, folks. Good 1-1 game 3. I believe we're going to be seeing some Clarion Test Chamber for that one, so should be an exciting map to watch these teams vie for staying in their playoff positions. So we'll see. Both teams desperately want this, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, and what a map to end on, right? Clarion Test Chamber. Feels like a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on this map in general, and there's obviously just 5 maps within one, constantly rotating throughout the points. So could go anyone's way. Feels like, maybe if you get the right rotation or you capitalize on the right map, you can really come out with a victory here.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to see how these teams do coming into this next game, this game 3.
Yep.
I'll take it back. I'll take back everything I said about the Octavia pick. It performed here. I was worried that this guy would just be KO'd off cooldown, and then, it would be hard to find something to happen or to do something with it, but, they made it work.
You gotta be worried if you're Ice Climbers, right? That was your comfort. That was the champions that you felt the most comfort on, and you just lost 3-0 to the other team. You have to now come up with a strategy that maybe has a little bit of variance and that maybe you're not consistent on in order to capitalize on Dubu Party, or maybe you just do the try the same consistent strategy again. Say it's a different map. They're gonna have a different comp. We're gonna ban something different. Maybe we'll come out on top here, and we'll get the draft going here.
In just a moment, but I do believe we're actually going to take just a quick break between these game 3. It should be no more than a 5-minute break, so stay tuned. We will be right back for you. There might be something that happens where you might need to refresh your stream. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I do know, but we'll see. So just stay tuned for that. We will be we'll be back in just a minute. See you soon, gamers.